your performance and how you actually did doesn't really matter. It's just going to give me a basis of the things that I feel. Where did I put my hat on again?
You under your coat?
Just the basis of what we're going to be doing throughout the day. So if I said to you as a whole group there, I know some of you have been before, we're going to cover a little bit of the basics before we try and press on to different levels. What methods did we shoot out there? Anyone have any idea the method that they shoot? No?
Yeah, I try and shoot follow through, but I know I just get in front of it all the time.
So follow through as in you start behind or on the clay?
I hold it, I try and start behind it and come through it, but I always tend to find I go too early and end up in front of
Okay,
it.
good.
I try to use pull away,
Yeah.
but I struggle with it, that's why I'm not there.
Okay, good.
I kind of follow to get in front.
Then I suppose I do really.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so, really.
Try and start on the clay before you move away?
Maintain lead actually.
Okay, good, okay. Yeah, maintained?
Maintain my nasty habit.
Yeah, I mean
Try to get
maintained.
away from it, because it seems so easy, but...
Yeah, I mean, so if we talk about methods, so what three methods do we have straight off the bat that we know about, okay? So we've got swing through. Now, any questions on any of the methods, please ask, because we are going to learn them all, or not learn them, understand the uses of them all today. Okay, so we've got swing through. We've got pull away. And we've got maintain lead. Otherwise known as move, mount, miss. Okay? So, name me three things that we must learn about a clay to break a clay. What's the three things we should know?
Height, speed,
Yeah, speed,
Direction.
direction.
speed, line, and lead. Distance would be number 4, but it's something that I can never ever confirm. I might think it's 40, it might be 50, and I'm never going to know.
No.
Because I'm not going to go out there and measure it. So let's talk about the three methods. So, speed. If I shoot maintain lead, do I get the speed of the clay? No. If I shoot pull away, do I get the speed of the clay? Yep, because I'm pointing at it. Swing through, do I get the speed of the clay? No.
No.
Because I'm always swinging quicker than it. Line. If I shoot maintain lead, do I get the line? No. If I shoot pull away, do I get the line? Yep, because I'm pointing at it. And if I shoot swing through, do I get the line? Yep, because I'm coming straight through the line. None of them give you the lead, that's personal. So, we've got one method that gives us none of the three things we need. We've got one method that gives us one of the three things we need, and we've got one that gives us two of the three things we need. Which one sounds more consistent?
Pull away.
Yeah. If we miss, where can we miss? That side of it, or that side of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You're in front or behind, you simply give it more or less to break it. If you shoot maintain lead, where can you miss?
Everywhere.
Up, down, left, right,
You can be underneath it at some point. So that's a problem. That's why, but please don't think that swing through does not have a place, because it does. And we're going to learn that today. Not what we've done before is just use these master classes to teach one thing. What we're going to try and do today is teach many things and try and bring them all in together. So, the methods explained. Who would think that they understand the methods and their applications, or do you simply just, you don't know what the applications are and that's why you're here?
Mate.
Okay, let's go through pull away first, okay? With pull away, when I asked you to shoot pull away, because I'm going to ask you to shoot all of the methods today, when we shoot pull away, what I want you to do is at the hold point. We're going to get to the hold point in a minute because that was the biggest flaw out there, but we'll get to that shortly. At the hold point, I want you to point directly at the clay. Not behind it, not in front of it. When we learn it, I want you to give yourself about the size of a dustbin lid tolerance. I don't expect you to be able to go to a 120mm disc at 40 yards the first time I ask you to do it. If you're within, if the clay's here and you're here, we're going to deem that to be a successful shot whilst we're learning it. The time that we can spend on the clay depends on the clay. If it's quick, we'll be there less than if it's slow. If it's slow, we only want the right lead one time. So what we don't want to do is touch it and go and then think, shit, the kill point's over here. I've now got to hold that lead. We want to stay on it, stay on it, stay on it. When it enters the break zone, we make our move to our lead. So the speed of the bird and the window of opportunity to break that bird will depend how long we stay on that clay. Okay? Swing through. What I want you to do is start behind the clay, no more than a distance of 3 feet. If you're more than 3 feet behind it, we're now in trouble. Because we've got to change speed by so much to get after it. This is maximum. It's not what I want. Anywhere around 18 inches would be perfect. 3 feet is the maximum we can start behind it. You shot swing through on the D-bird, but you started 5-6 feet behind it, which increased the gun speed to get us through the clay. Maintain lead. We are going to use it, even though I don't like it. Why would we try and learn and understand about it if we're not going to use it?
So you recognise the pitfalls of it?
Exactly. When we do it in a competition, we need to know what it looked like to change it. Exactly. Now, as you said, both of you, it's the easiest method to fall into. Because our brain says, well, if I need to be 2 foot in front of it, why don't I just
Get in front of it.
go there? You know, but then I gamble the speed, I gamble the line, and we lose all the good things we get with the other method. Now, even at the level that I compete at today, I'm still fight those maintain lead demons. You know, you connect, you see 3 feet. You connect, you see 3 feet. Your brain says, okay, let's just take the shortcut. Let's go straight to 3 feet. Now, each one of the methods has a different speed. Which is the quickest gun speed of all?
Swing through.
Swing through next.
Pull away.
And maintain lead being the slowest gun of all. Usually far slower than the clay. So if you're going to shoot all of the methods on the same bird, which is what we're going to do today, your lead will probably fluctuate to allow for the difference in gun speed. Swing through will probably be your least lead, followed by pull away, with maintain lead being the biggest space that we see, simply because the gun will probably be slower than the clay. Okay? We've got a bright group today, look, we're rattling on. The way I do these groups is if I can cater where I understand it, everyone else will probably be okay. So, hold point, the most critical part of shooting, okay? If we get the hold point wrong, we don't have a method. We may think we do, but we don't. We are now just playing catch up, Hail Mary, fingers crossed, get me out of trouble, okay? So, kill point, viewpoint, hold point. 3 specific places in shooting. Kill point. Now remember, honesty is the best answer in here, okay? How do you pick your kill point? If the answer is I don't or I don't know, that is the correct answer. You know, that's what we're here to learn. So how do we pick our kill points?
I pick it like the clearest I see the target,
Okay.
or at, well, normally where if the target's slowing down,
Okay.
kind of like before
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, good answer. Anybody else?
Same for me, it's where I visualise it being the easiest point to see it and to kill it.
What would make it easiest?
If it's slowing down or it's changed direction,
Yeah.
it could be on its side, it could turn, so it's a bigger target.
Yeah.
More players, more to hit.
Yeah.
So,
No,
yeah.
Like out there, not in front of some. Not in front of some.
Yeah, no, yeah, someone made that group to that agree. What I want you to work on is, and it's the hardest thing, is coming out of your comfort zone. And when it's at its slowest. Sometimes the clay is easiest when it's at its fastest,
Because you don't think about it, you
No,
react.
no, it's not fact. We're going to think about everything. But what it does do is holds its line. We know it's going to be straight.
Yeah.
Okay? So we're going to work on one specific item, which is where we see it the clearest. And if we want to add one more, stroke biggest. Nothing to do with speed, nothing to do with distance, and nothing to do with line. If it's dropping where we see it the clearest, we will simply shoot under it. Okay? So clearest and biggest. What's the viewpoint?
Way first see the clay.
Where we first see the clay. And it means first. It doesn't mean where we see it clear, it means first. As a flash, a blur, a streak. Wherever your eyes can see movement, that is the viewpoint. It should also be where your eyes are when you call pull. The very first time you see that clay, that should be where your eyes are when calling pull. Whole point. Right, before we get into this, that's where we've been killing them. That's where the trap is. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Who holds where? Who holds in quarter 4? Nobody. Who holds in 3? Nobody. Who holds in 2?
I try to.
How many?
Yeah, so me.
2? Who holds in 1? You all hold in 1. All of you were way too far back, and that dictates the methods. We either know we're going to get beat, so we start early, or we get beat. And now we're playing simple catch up. We're never going to win a race that we start second in. Okay? So let's start to, we're going to start at exactly 50% of these two. Okay? So if the trap is here, we see it first here, we're going to break it here, we're going to hold here. Why do you think all of us hold too far back?
You think you got more time?
Yeah, but it's also we don't separate the gun and our eyes. We see it first, so we put the gun there. It needs to be a specific delivery. So what you do, you say, I'm going to break it there, I'm going to start the gun there, stop. My eyes there, stop. If you do it all too quickly, you'll go stop there, and as you turn your eyes, your hands just keep going, and all of a sudden you call pull, and it's like, Christ, how did that get there so fast? Well, it didn't. You got there
Before.
way, way, way too early. Any questions on that? There's a lot of information up there. So we're going to have a new hold point and methods. Now, what might happen today, I might say to you, that was the perfect shot. Doesn't mean you hit it. That means your hold point was great. You delivered the perfect technique that I asked you to deliver, but you simply got the lead wrong. My job today is not to give you the lead. I can give you the lead for every bird out here, and you will shoot fantastic today. You will be no better for it tomorrow. My job is to make you technically better, where you're making good moves, and you will learn leads in your practice. There's lots of crap instruction out there where they tell you you're in front, tell you you're behind, you hit the next one, you think you're great, you go the next day and you're still in exactly the same place as where you were because you haven't changed anything. Okay? So what we're going to be looking for is better moves, consistent moves, and start to apply different leads. Now, the craziest thing in shooting and as human beings is Einstein's rule of insanity, which is doing the same thing twice and expecting a different outcome. Who missed the same bird twice out there? And who did the same thing twice? Yeah, if it didn't break the first time, it's probably not going to break the second time unless we change something. So, if we've got a target here, and we miss it 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 here, there is no more we could have done. We tried our best. We shot 4 different leads, we just didn't find it. But, if we go miss, 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 and come off and say to our friends, oh, I never found that. You did not find it, you didn't find it on the first one, then try the same thing 3 more times. The chance of being successful was pretty slim because the cartridge stayed the same. We had a bad hold point anyway. So all I ask of you today is if you do miss, try something else. Do not move your hold point. Do not move the kill point. I'm going to dictate the method in the morning session, but if you miss, don't miss there again. Miss somewhere else. And it really does not matter where, just don't do it again. And that's down to the brain again. The brain doesn't accept success or failure from shooting. So if you work it out, you look at a clay and you say, right, that wants 6 inches. The brain says, that wants 6 inches. And you go, pull, bang, miss. And the referee says, 0. And the brain says, 6 inches again, mate. And you go, yeah, that's me, I'll dial into that, bang. And the referee says, 0. And you think, you know what? It might be right. It might be right. I'll try it again. And the hardest thing in the world is to go from autopilot to manual and say, no more 6 inches here. I'm going to try 2 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot, whatever it is, but I'm not doing that. Again, it's exactly what we spoke about earlier. The brain wants to start in front, and the brain also wants to give a specific lead. Until we can press that manual override button and say, no, Wool, that isn't happening. Okay? So what we're going to be doing when we go back out there now, we're going to find a couple of stations, and I'm going to show you a specific target. You're going to shoot the first bird swing through, the second bird pull away, the third bird maintain lead, and the fourth bird, whichever one you liked the most. I'm not here to dictate methods. We're trying to make you the best shot you can be, not turn you into me. You know, I'm 20 stone, 6'5". I'm going to move the gun at different speeds to you. So me to try and tell you that you must shoot like me is idiocy. I'm going to make you the best you can be. If you prefer this method, that's your method. I'm going to teach you how to perfect that method, which is going to make you a better shooter. Just a golden rule from me, last thing, the way that I pick my methods, okay? When I shoot pull away, I lock onto the clay and I pull away. Keys in the word, pull away. The moment I pull away with the power that I can put into the gun, I find myself already at 18 inches. So if that target wants less than 18 inches, I struggle to control that space because the first time I visually see the gun again is here. So my rule is if it wants over 18 inches, I go to pull away. If it wants under 18 inches, I use swing through. They're my rules. That's how I dictate to myself what method I want. If it wants dead on 18 inches, I have a choice. I can use either, and that's when I would have done the drills that you guys are going to do now, and I would already understand which one I'm going to use and where, and I would just apply that there. The reason being, say this bird now wants 6 foot, and I use swing through and start 3 foot behind, I've now got to find 9 foot. Where I could be 3 foot, I've only just got back to the back of the clay, I could already be halfway to my lead. Be proactive and make positive moves. A lot of information there. Any questions?
One for me, when you work on your hold point, I actually start with my gun pre-mounted.
Yeah.
One of the things I find is, say for example, the first visual pickup point might actually be quite round the side of me.
Yeah.
It's coming around the bend. And I sometimes find myself, so if I've got my kill point and hold point is actually there, I sometimes end up, like you say, trying to lift my head around to see it, and I have to start turning around,
Yeah.
pulling myself away.
It is, that's what happens.
Yeah.
There's no problem separating your head.
Yeah.
You know, separate the head from the stock, there's no problem. It's going to go back.
Yeah.
But what you can't, exactly what you said, if you try and peer, you're better off with a full separation. Keep the gun in your shoulder pocket, get your head up,
Find it,
and turn.
bring it back, yeah.
You know, the clay, the fastest they can throw a clay pigeon is 65 miles an hour, which is something they very, very rarely do, because it breaks. We can move at hundreds of miles an hour. We're never going to be second for speed. You know, if you put a car at 200 miles an hour at 40 yards and try and keep up with it, it's not difficult. You're hardly moving because of distance and angles. So feel free to separate, but it is a placement. And say everyone's whole point out there was probably the worst thing of all. And if the start's bad, the chances of the end being good are slim. What we're going to try and do is, throughout the day, is improve on the whole shot process. Some of the methods will feel alien because there is a lot of maintain lead shooters in the room, but like I say, maintain lead is a thing of the past, and you've probably all seen me on the Facebook forums where they sit there and they say, oh, my great granddad shot maintain lead, and well, my great granddad ploughed fields with horses, mate. I don't do that either. You know, things have moved on, we've progressed. So, you know, we don't start our cars up with handles anymore. We've progressed, and we're going to try and get away from maintain lead, but we are going to learn it, as we say, and understand its downfalls and flaws, so we can recognise when we do it. Okay?
You changing your methods with weather. So good examples out there. Very, very bright orange being in the sky.
Yeah.
Will you actually say that's usually my kill point because of the weather? I'll take it earlier.
I would have the glasses to get me through that.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's me being a professional. I need to have
every shade,
everything that I need to have. Yeah. But if you can't do that, then yes, you may have to go earlier or later. And what you will pick is the easiest one of those two. Good questions. Anybody want to grab a quick drink or water? We'll get out there.
Talk about my left eye.
Yeah, I mean, it's so you've got two choices.
What I normally do, I have the.
Yeah, but that's not good. That's not going to work.
I know it's not, but I